Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Hope everybody is having a fantastic weekend so far. Today guys, we're going to be diving into Vechain and I'm going to be telling you why you should expect fireworks from this project. We're going to be covering a number of things. We're of course going to be diving into the charts because Vechain is following the route that we set out for it perfectly. We told you on this channel, and the videos are all still up there, that you were forming a falling wedge structure, which is typical of a trend reversal, and that trend reversal has now ensued. You have indeed made higher highs and higher lows, and we are looking to continue with this trend in an upwards direction, and we believe you're about to embark on your fifth and final wave for Vechain. We're going to dive into that, of course. We're also going to talk about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is leading the charge for the altcoins at the moment. We know the entire market follows Bitcoin and Bitcoin is looking strong. The same thing has occurred. In fact, it occurred for Bitcoin before any of the altcoins. You broke out of that falling wedge. You made that new higher high and higher low, and you are going to continue in this bull run. This year is going to be magnificent. From now till the end of the year, guys, I believe we're going to enter a real growth stage for the cryptocurrency space. We're also going to be talking, and this came out, I always stay up to date with the projects that I'm involved with. This is from the Vechain Foundation. China's surging pet food market is projected to reach a US dollar value of 1.4 billion in 2026. With proven track record in food traceability, Vechain is now talking to the market leaders in the industry, aiming to solve pain points in this market with vet technology. This is why I love Vechain, because they solve a real world problem. And this is just one small sector of many that Vechain can actually input themselves and help. This is the whole reason we are in Vechain. We know Vechain is a very heavily supply chain focused blockchain. It's why we really got into Vechain, because we're in our smart contracts, we're in our DeFi projects. We like Vechain because it's niche, it's different, kind of like your XLM and your XRPs. You know, they fit a different use case and category. We do know they are looking to onboard DeFi. It's not really something that interests me. I think Vechain is going to do just fine off of where they are and the fleets that they are kind of making on a weekly basis. You know, we said that Vechain have a huge competitive advantage, and that is China. They're very friendly with the Chinese government. In fact, they have partnerships with the Chinese government. This is a huge advantage. As we know, Bitcoin essentially is banned within China, or certainly the mining of it, and they frown upon many other cryptos. They seem to be friendly with Vechain and on board with what they're trying to do. This is something that when we made our first ever Vechain video, coming up to a year ago now, trade in fake goods is now 3.3% of the world's trade and rising. And this article is essentially about how fake goods are a huge issue. Now, I know many people out there don't see an issue with, buying a fake Gucci t-shirt or something like that, and I would happen to somewhat agree with you. However, of course, it is illegal to do that. It does damage the brand and take from that company. But where the real issue is in things like counterfeit foods, counterfeit medicines. In the UK recently, we had a big news article about cat food that was essentially causing cats to fall ill and decease. And Vechain can solve this issue by keeping tags. What do we mean by a supply chain? Well, we mean, when you go to Tesco's and you pick up, or Walmart, or whatever United States equivalent of a supermarket is, and you pick up that chicken breast or something like that, there is a journey that chicken breast has taken, and in a lot of cases that is not accurately recorded. Vechain will essentially log the inception of that product to the end stage. So it is a chicken, to it going and getting slaughtered, to it's very, very interesting. And you'll be able to do this essentially with a scan of a barcode, and it will tell you the whole life cycle of that product. So it's very, very interesting, and this is why. I mean, this article is great. And like I say, this is the counterfeits, the trading fakes goods. This is not obviously fakes goods. This is the kind of commercial goods and how it's really solving a problem for them and helping them become more efficient. And like I say, this is we had this in the UK, that a load of cats got ill from a certain cat food. And Vechain could essentially solve this problem. So that's why we're in Vechain, and we love the project so much. They got partners with BMW, etc., etc. To the price, guys, we set out this Elliott wave theory for you. We said, and we actually took our 1, 2, and 3 wave, and we said, look, why don't we overlay it to where we are today? And the same thing is taking place. Now, people will obviously remark, and somebody said when I made that video that it was stupid for me to do this because I'm just trying to fit my bullish narrative. Guys, if I was bearish, I would tell you. I wouldn't say I was bullish being bearish. Who does that benefit? I am bullish on crypto. I know the crypto space at $1.8 trillion, which is significantly higher than where it was 2 weeks ago, is extremely undervalued given what this technology is going to do. And we're seeing that with Vechain. They are completely innovating entire sectors that have largely stayed stagnant for years. Blockchain is bringing innovation, it's bringing a technological revolution to the world and is going to accrue a value as a result of that. Much the same as the stocks that came out of the internet, which was a technological revolution, benefited as a result of being a part of that and in early. This is what we're seeing. You have that same opportunity today. The world is different, market conditions and finance is different, so there is actually more money to be accrued. We know the dot-com boom got to $5.5 trillion. Crypto got to not even half of that. You have a long way to go, and you've got to remember back in the 2000s there was a lot more money floating around, so it was harder. $5.5 trillion back then isn't worth $5.5 trillion today in terms of what that $5.5 trillion can get you. Of course it's still $5.5 trillion, but in terms of what it can get you, it's nowhere near. So we overlaid this schematic, and you're doing the same thing, guys. You literally come down, you make lower lows, you break your EMA for the first time, you come and you test it as resistance, support, and then you ride up it and you continue in the kind of trend direction, which we believe is now up. We can class that as a higher high and a higher low, and you're just going to keep doing this, I believe, guys, with some sort of deviations. It is a volatile asset class still, so don't think that this is just going to be a smooth ride. We don't think you're exactly going to just completely smash above your EMA. You've got to remember, guys, your volume profile is still extremely low. If we bring up the volume, you can see just how low your volume is here, guys. Still very, very low. So when that volume returns, guys, expect fireworks. And it is literally playing out exactly in the roadmap we set out for it. We were mentioning Vechain right around in this one wave. Vechain is such a solid project, and like I say, the reason it's in my portfolio is for the sake of diversification. I want a variety of cryptos that all do different things. So if one sector fails, hopefully another one will prosper. And I think the market, and like I say, you can see here, this is just one article that Vechain is going after, is huge. Sonny Liu is also a very, very competent cryptographer. He used to be the chief technical officer at Louis Vuitton. I've mentioned this on a number of occasions. Great guy. I've listened to a lot of his interviews. It's funny because all the crypto guys, whether that be Vitalik or Sonny Liu, they all have a World of Warcraft story attached with their crypto journeys, which is pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know why I've mentioned that. I just thought that was a funny thing. I've listened to a lot of interviews with Sonny and Vitalik, and there's a few more people out there in the space who would rather not say. They all kind of have a World of Warcraft story associated with getting into crypto. So we're very, very excited. Let's take a look at where Vechain is today. It's currently in, I think, 22nd. It's currently 22nd in position. Is it around about 10 cents? I can't believe you could have got Vechain for 5 cents. I saw that price and was hitting my mouse to buy across a number of exchanges as hard as I possibly could, because that to me just screamed undervalued. And that's what I think, even where it is today. If you look at where it was at its all-time highs, guys, nearly 30 cents, I believe. You've got a long way to go, and this isn't going to take long for us to recover. Yes, it's going to be a grind. We're going to have to keep taking levels. You can see Vechain does have a number of resistance levels ahead of it that have acted as previous resistance levels, not just now, but previously. Once you take these guys, you're off to the races. And like I say, it's not going to be long at all before Vechain is back to its all-time highs. And when you take a look at the charts, you take a look at what Vechain is, the problems that they're trying to solve, the actual underlying blockchain and the technicals of it. It works on a proof of authority consensus, which is like a proof of stake consensus, just a little bit different. The partnerships they have, the fact that they're very in there with the Chinese government. You have a perfect, in my opinion, and remember, guys, none of this is financial advice, and please do not take it as that. You guys need to do your own research and own your own outcomes. People always want to say, oh, well, during this pullback, And bearing in mind, in this pullback, we didn't once tell you that you were in a bear market. We said that you're in a bull market. You've just had a severe pullback. This is largely due to the leverage in the system. Altcoins are just following Bitcoin because the liquidity gets squeezed and people want to pull their money out of where they've got it. Crypto is liquid in that sense. Certainly if you're in the higher cap cryptos. And here we are. And if you know, the person that I'm not going to name and shame him, because I overlaid these schematics and he said, oh, you're just doing it to fit your narrative. If you had listened to me, guys, when we were down here, you would be up a whopping 88% on your investment in not even a month. I mean, where do you get those kind of returns other than in the crypto space? Or perhaps, you know, I don't know. So that's really all I have for you in this video, guys. Expect fireworks for Vechain. You know, you're following the exact same trajectory that your third wave took into your fifth wave, and you are going, in my opinion, above that $1 mark. Certainly take profits along the way. That's certainly what I'll be doing. I'm very happy with my Vechain bag. We got into it in the bear market, and I haven't sold a single VET yet. Hopefully that shows you my confidence with this project and where I believe it can get to. I am that confident with Vechain, and that isn't advice, just my opinion. You know, great team, great fundamentals, great use case, perfect picture essentially sets up. And like I say, Bitcoin, to me, seems to be from going in a downtrend where you make your lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows, lower highs, to now making a higher high and a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I think this is how things are going to go, guys. Bitcoin also has an Elliott wave theory with it. We've not got it mapped out on this one. I've not got that chart up. But ultimately, guys, everything looks great. Let's take a look at a few more time frames for Vechain. We can get rid of that now. Let's take a look at the 4 hourly, see what's going on there. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at the strength that's going on here. Whereas this EMA was acting as resistance and you were coming up hitting your head and not staying above it for long, it's now acting as support, exactly like we said to you. And I'm not saying that to gloat. Believe me, I'm not saying that to gloat. I'm saying that because I would like people to pay attention. You know, one thing that really saddens me is I know that the people who already have money are going to benefit the most from this technology and the revolution that it brings. And what this channel is about is the average individual, the real grafters that get up and do a job that they perhaps don't like just to put food on the table and a roof over, you know, their families' heads, benefit from this. They're the people I'd like to benefit, and that's why I keep banging on about this. Be careful who you follow on YouTube, by the way, guys. And there was a bill, really detrimental bill that's going through Congress. We spoke about it yesterday. Both our videos were associated with it. There's still crypto YouTubers that aren't even talking about that. How your very existence is being threatened as a crypto YouTuber. You guys know this isn't my job. This is my passion and my hobby. I own a business. But there was many people out there that weren't even covering this, and it just shows a real lack of knowledge with what's going on in the space. I'm glad I switched to this now, guys. You are coming up to your EMA on the weekly. We need to see a breakthrough this. You can see you are getting rejected from it. EMAs, some people say they're garbage and a lagging indicator. I think they're great for kind of market sentiment. When you're above them, things are usually bullish and it confirms the uptrend. When you're below them and keep hitting your head, it usually signals and is another confirming factor for the downtrend. But even look how your 1 to 2 wave finished out, and 1 to 2 wave, and look how it's finishing out today, guys. History is repeating. Be thankful that you're a part of such an early technology and going to benefit as a result of getting in early. Vechain's got a long way to go to its all-time highs. However, I believe that you are going to see a new all-time high within this year, and I don't think it's going to be too long. I think we need to get August out of the way. It's going to be a little bit sort of bumpy, a little bit volatile before we then enter the end of the year, where I think things are going to get parabolic and we're going to see a 2017 or end of 2017 moment reoccur. I mean, 2017 just looks so insignificant on the Bitcoin chart now. I remember talking about it when we were in here, and we were looking at the Amazon chart and saying it's following the same trajectory. We're here today, guys. I'm very, very happy to be here, happy to be sharing it with you guys on the other end of the screens. So that's really all I have for you in this video. You know, that is it. You know, I just thought this was a very interesting article in regards to the Vechain Foundation and the fact that Vechain are going after this market. This is just one very small market, by the way, at $1.4 billion only in China, that they are going after. Imagine if they gained the global cat food industry, and you know that would be significant. And that's just one sector of many. You know, we know that the fake goods Market is absolutely huge and damaging. Vechain can solve this problem. Certainly when it comes to pharmaceuticals and food, this is a problem that needs to be solved, and it's going to make the world a far more knowledgeable place. So that is really all I have for you guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Expect fireworks for Vechain. That's certainly what we're looking out for. Volume is still extremely insignificant. Wait until that volume comes back, guys. You're going to see fireworks. That's all I have for you in this video. If you've enjoyed the content, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and hopefully I will see you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.